All right, today we're pulling back the curtain to talk about the unsung heroes of tech, the people in those essential but often invisible jobs that power our entire digital world. Ugh, we've all had that moment, right? The website's down, your laptop just won't connect. You get that little sinking feeling. But if you ever stop to wonder who actually fixes it, well, today we're going to meet those very people. So, what do we call these roles? The official term is a low-profile ICT role. That's Information and Communications Technology. But I really love this other description, the invisible guardians. It's perfect, right? They're the pros working behind the scenes, keeping everything stable and secure so the rest of us can actually get our work done. Okay, so here's how we're going to break it down. Think of it like a career journey. We'll start with the most common way people get into IT. Then we'll move up to the folks who guard a company's core systems, and finally, we'll look at the roles that are basically automating the future of technology itself. Let's dive in. So where does this journey begin for so many people? Well, it starts right here. This is the gateway to the IT industry. And for a lot of folks, it's that very first, most accessible step into a real tech career. Say hello to the IT support specialist. Or you might know them as the help desk tech. These are the absolute first responders. You've got a problem, they're the ones you call. They're diagnosing issues, walking you through troubleshooting, setting up new equipment. Really, they're making sure the little day-to-day hiccups don't turn into company-wide catastrophes.
And you know what? It's a pretty solid entry point, financially speaking. We're talking a median salary in the US of around $60,000. So if you're thinking about switching careers, this is a really tangible, achievable place to start.
And this is so crucial. This role is not a dead end. Not at all. It's a launch pad. Once you're in IT support, a whole career path opens up. You can move into more senior roles, start managing entire systems or networks, or even branch out into super specialized fields like cybersecurity. And where do these folks work? Well, pretty much everywhere. Sure, dedicated IT companies are a big slice of the pie, but so are schools, banks, government offices, you name it. Basically, any place that uses technology needs IT support, which means there's just this constant, stable demand for these skills all across the economy. All right, so moving up from that gateway role, let's talk about the people who manage the actual digital foundation, the core systems that those IT support specialists are helping you connect to. Okay, think of these next two roles as two sides of the same coin. You've got your network technician. They're the ones who keep you connected. They're installing routers, maintaining the Wi-Fi, making sure the network itself is up and running. Then you have the systems administrator, or sysadmin. They keep the servers running. They're maintaining, configuring, and securing the servers and the operating systems on them. So one handles the pathways, the other handles the destinations. And their skills and salaries totally reflect that difference. A network tech needs to be an expert in things like TCP/IP, cabling, and hardware, often with a certification like a CCNA. Their median salary is around $63,000. Now the sysadmin, they need deep knowledge of operating systems, think Linux or Windows, plus scripting and security. Their much higher median salary, around $97,000, really shows you how critical their role is in keeping a company's core operations online. Okay, so we've got a stable infrastructure. What's next? Well, the next layer of responsibility is all about protection. We're talking about protecting a company's most valuable assets, its data, and of course, its reputation with its users. First up, let's talk about the database administrator, or DBA. You can think of them as the ultimate data guardians. Their whole world revolves around storing, organizing, and securing company data. They handle security, backups, recovery, everything to make sure that data is safe, consistent, and always available. They are literally protecting the company's crown jewels. And check this out. Because data is just getting more and more important, the demand for DBAs is growing way faster than the average job. We're talking a projected growth of 9%. This is a seriously secure career path. Now, the other side of that protection coin is quality assurance, or QA. QA testers are basically the user's advocate inside the company. Their entire mission is to find, reproduce, and report bugs before a product ever gets out the door to customers. They are the final line of defense, protecting both the user experience and the company's good name. And get this number. The field that includes QA testers is projected to grow by a staggering 17%. It just makes sense, right? The more software we build, the more we desperately need people to make sure it actually works. All right, now we've arrived at what you could call the pinnacle of this whole operational career path. This role takes all those foundational skills we've been talking about, systems, networking, quality, and it completely evolves them for the modern automated world. Let's talk about the DevOps engineer. This is really a hybrid role. It's all about bridging that old gap between the people who write the code and the people who run it. They use code to automate pretty much everything, building servers, testing software, deploying updates. Their whole goal is to accelerate how fast a company can release new things, but to do it safely and reliably. And because this role combines so many valuable skills and delivers so much business value, it's one of the most in-demand and lucrative jobs in tech today. We're talking an average base salary in the US of around $119,000. So, wow, we've gone all the way from the help desk to the absolute cutting edge of automation. Let's put it all together now and just see how these unsung heroes stack up side by side. Okay, just laying it all out like this, you can really see the whole career ladder. You see that clear progression in salary, right? From IT support all the way up to DevOps. And the job outlook, that tells a really interesting story. While some of the more traditional sysadmin roles are changing because of the cloud, you can see that the demand for experts in data, quality, and especially automation it's absolutely booming. You know, I think this quote really just sums it all up perfectly. Low profile does not mean low impact. The work these people do, their contributions are felt in every single reliable network connection, every stable server, and every single successful software release. So the next time you hop on the Wi-Fi, or you fire up an app, or you just browse a website, and it just works, maybe take a second. Now that you've seen a little bit of the machine behind the curtain, what invisible work and which unsung hero is powering your world right at this very moment?